Cooperative Learning, CL, a useful classroom strategy, presented by Adelina Fabiano. You do not really understand something unless you can explain it to your grandmother, said by the remarkable Albert Einstein, who didn't learn to talk until he was 4, couldn't learn to tie his own shoes, and was very behind his classmates in learning how to read. Despite all this, his resilience led him to receive the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. What is cooperative learning, CL? A teaching strategy where small teams of students or adults with differing abilities work together using a variety of learning activities to improve their understanding of a subject. Students use and develop a variety of personal skills, communication, listening, collaboration, to accomplish a shared learning goal set by the teacher or facilitator. Where does CL come from? Philosopher John Dewey believed in progressive education. He wanted to ensure students would grow up to be active and responsible democratic citizens. So social psychologist Morton Douche believed cooperation established interpersonal trust and built stable relationships. In the 1960s and 1970s, CL research and practice expanded around the world as a way to decrease conflict among the cultural differences in schools that were taking place across North America. The 5 elements of cooperative learning. Positive interdependence. A teacher or student may ask themselves, what unique contribution does each person make? Has everyone learned the material, and how can we help them learn it? Number 2, individual accountability. Has everyone done their fair share of the work, and what role can each person play? 3, face-to-face promotive interaction. How can I share and encourage others' ideas? How can we make our sharing and communication better? Group processing. How effective was the group work? Did everyone contribute equally? And 5, social skills development. Did the group resolve any arising conflict in a very respectful manner? Did every member feel valued and accepted? Examples of cooperative learning. Think, pair, share, tea party method, team jigsaw, numbered heads together are just to name a few, but also the most popular. Think, pair, share. Step 1. The teacher poses a question to the whole group about a topic or concept. Step 2. Students get think time to think about the topic concept on their own. I usually like to give about a minute or so. The teacher then pairs students up, 2 to 4 max, and share what they know about the topic. Note, good idea for the teacher to prearrange these small groups strategically. Step 4. The teacher brings the whole class together again and everyone shares their ideas. Tea party method. Step 1. Students form 2 lines facing each other. The teacher poses a question related to a topic of study. Step 3. Students discuss the question posed by the teacher with the student facing them. After about a minute or less or more, one line moves to the right or left. Step 5. Students then have a new partner and teacher poses a second question for the group to discuss. Team jigsaw. This one's a little more complicated. Step 1. The teacher prearranges class into groups or teams of 4. The teacher assigns each group or team a quarter, 1/4, of a topic concept to discuss. Example, chapter 2 of the textbook. Step 3. Once the students in each team has completed their task or assignment, each student from the team rotates, leaving their group and moving to another group. Step 4. Once they have moved to their new group, team, the student becomes the expert in their new group and teaches their new group their section of text they were originally assigned at the beginning. Numbered heads together. Students are placed in groups, teams of 4. Teacher numbers off each student in each group from 1 to 4. Teacher poses a question within a time limit. Students put their heads together to come up with an answer. The teacher then calls a number. All students with the number called by the teacher must stand up and answer the question. The teacher can elaborate and enrich the discussion and/or provide corrective feedback on responses. What are the benefits of CL? Well, it increases student accountability. It promotes positive social skills such as effective listening, communication, acceptance of others' ideas. It respects diversity. It's accessible to low and high academic achievers as well as ELL learners. It builds self-regulatory skills. It builds participation and confidence in students' abilities to speak with others and trust their own ideas. It develops higher-level reasoning, problem-solving, and critical thinking. It honors Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. It builds self-worth as students promote the success of others. It builds self-esteem, which can lead to greater resiliency. What does the research say? It indicates that cooperation compared with competitive and individualistic efforts typically results in higher achievement and greater productivity, more caring, supportive, and committed relationships, greater psychological health, social competence, and self-esteem, and greater retention of material. Here are some supporting references that were used to help support this activity, just to name a few. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.